Please, if you don't listen to anything that I've said in this video, please listen to this point. Hi, Dumelang! Guys, welcome back to another video. If you are a returning subscriber, I really do appreciate you guys. You guys know. And if you are new here, this is the first time that you see my face. Hi, hello. My name is Anna Pukube. As you guys can see by the title, this is a checklist. So if you are packing your bags, you are ready to leave for South Korea, I just want to make sure that you guys have made sure that you thought about these things, that you've got these things packed and ready. You're ready to go. Without any more chit chatting, 1, make sure that you have subscribed to the channel by clicking that subscribe button down below. 2, give this video a thumbs up. You've already clicked on it, why not? And 3, don't skip ads. Let's get into it. I've got my notebook because I want to make sure that I stay on topic with you guys. But I had already done a 2-part video on things to do before moving to South Korea. I will link them down below in the description box or somewhere up here, but give those a watch. This one is just a quick checklist run through. And the first one I'm going to talk about is download Korean apps. Download apps that will be a lifesaver, that will help you in living here in South Korea. And those apps are like the Kakao Talk app. So this is the WhatsApp of Korea, Kakao Talk. Things like Naver Maps. I use Naver Maps on the daily. So there's Naver Maps, but there's also Kakao Maps. I prefer Naver Maps. So Naver Maps, you go on there if you want to catch a bus, or you even just walking directions or driving directions to navigate to a location that you're going to. That is the app to use. There is also Kakao Maps. I prefer Naver Maps. So Kakao Talk, Kakao Maps, Naver Maps. There's also the subway app. So if you're going to be using the subway and you want to navigate through where to catch, to be able to see the destination, where to get off, things like that, download the subway app as well. Another lifesaver app that you're going to use on the daily, Papago, or any other translation app. It's up to you which one you want to use. I use Papago, and that helps me to translate. Either if I'm speaking or just texting, it can show me what the translation is. Or if I want to take a picture of a board that's in Korean, or if I get a book, or I get any sort of instructions that are in Korean, or if I'm going to the grocery store and that item is in Korean and I don't really know what it is. You might think that meat is mince, it's beef, but it's not. You find that it's pork or chicken. I've made that mistake and I didn't translate. So translation app is important. Another app that's important to have is the apps YouTalk, Memorize, Dumelang. There's so many apps to learn Korean, to learn the basics. Things like saying hello. Guys, please know how to introduce yourself in Korean when you get here. It will make a great first impression. To say 안녕하세요, 저는 Anna입니다. To be able to say hello, my name is Anna. And even to be able to say I'm from South Africa, it's nice to meet you, whatever. Please learn how to introduce yourself in Korean. So download the Korean app so you can learn how to introduce yourself. Or even if you just Google on YouTube, there are videos that can teach you how to say hello, how to introduce yourself, and how to say where you are from. Please, that will make a great first impression. And after you've introduced yourself, make sure that you remember that here when they greet, they bow. So bow when you greet. 안녕하세요. Make sure to bow. It will create a very good first impression. That's just my tip. Now we've spoken about Korean apps. There's so many others. Also on YouTube, you'll find various people that say Korean apps that you must download if you want to watch those. I'm just talking to you guys about the ones that I've downloaded and that I use on a daily, please, which is Naver Maps, Kakao Talk, and Kakao Taxi, if you want to call a taxi. It's like Uber, Kakao Taxi. And Papago. Those are the 4 that I have on my phone that I use. Things like Coupang, I just go on my laptop when I order on Coupang. I don't necessarily use Coupang on my phone. Yeah, on the website. Cool. Next, make sure that your phone is unlocked. unlock your phone. If you've got a phone that is locked and you can only use a Vodacom SIM or an MTN SIM card, what are you going to do when you get to South Korea? Unlock your phone. Make sure that when you come here, you can use a SIM card here in South Korea, because your phone is unlocked and it will work with the Korean SIM card. Talking about SIM cards, it's up to you whether you want to purchase a SIM card when you're at the airport or purchase one when you're still back home and get it delivered here. I'm not sure what delivery address you're going to give them, because you don't know where you're going to stay. So that doesn't work unless you're going to arrange to collect it at the airport. But that's tricky. I wouldn't do that. But again, it's your choice. I will leave a link down below for the company that I purchased my SIM card through. So I purchased my SIM card when I was already in the country. I can't remember if it was first week or second week I purchased my SIM card. I wasn't too worried about having a Korean SIM card when I arrived, because I knew that the Wi-Fi here in Korea, you can find Wi-Fi, connect to the Wi-Fi in the street, on the bus. Wherever you go, there is Wi-Fi. So I didn't worry about having a SIM card, because I can do WhatsApp calls, FaceTime calls, social media calls, messages. That's how I knew that I can communicate with my family. But again, it's a personal choice. You decide. But yes, make sure your phone is unlocked. Cool. Next thing, notify your bank that you are going to be traveling. Give them South Korea, say I'll be traveling to South Korea, and any countries where you have a layover, where you might want to use your bank cards. Notify them that you will be in those countries. They're going to ask you for a timeline. Usually the maximum that they can open up your card for international use is 6 months. So give them notice that you will be abroad to make sure that your cards work, that they do not get declined. If you haven't done that, do that. You can just quickly give them a call. It's quick, it gets done, or you can pop them an email. I don't know how your bank works, but please let them know that you're traveling abroad and you will be using your card. Talking about your card, make sure that you have more than one card. Because when I came here, I bought my F&B card as well as my Discovery card. And I found sometimes my F&B didn't work, I would switch to Discovery. Discovery didn't work, I would switch to my F&B card. Have more than one bank card. Remember, when you first arrive here, you're going to need to survive for the first month before you get paid. The first month, the first 2 months before you get your first salary, which means you're going to be using your money that you have in your South African account or whichever country you're using. So bring more than one card so you're not stuck if the one doesn't work. Talking about money, exchanging your currency is the next important point. Decide, are you going to bring cash with you? For me, I knew that it was important for me to make sure that I have some sort of cash on me when I'm traveling. But also remember, when you get here, you're going to need cash. Things like your medical examination, you're going to need cash for that. Korean won. When you apply for your ARC, you need cash. My mother's always taught us to have some sort of cash on us. It's always important. You never know what happens. It's a good idea to have cash. That's what I believe. You may have a different belief, and that's okay. So I had dollars on me. Then when I got to the Korean airport, I then exchanged that dollar for the Korean won. But I also had my bank card, so then I exchanged more rand for Korean won. Then next, I'm gonna say join Facebook groups. So if you are not in the South Africans in South Korea group, join it, because you will get a whole lot of information if you ever stuck, or you feeling lonely and you want to connect with people in the area and you want to make friends with people in your area. That's the place where you can also connect with people. If you want to know things like where can I go to the doctor in Seoul or Ansong, or go to the dermatologist, or go a great dentist that speaks English. These are the groups where you can ask for this sort of information. There are other groups. I don't know if there's Americans in South Korea group or Canadians in South Korea group, but just search Facebook. If you type in there ESL teachers in Korea, ESL teachers in Busan, ESL teachers in Seoul, or teachers in Seoul, or there's a whole number of groups with a lot of different names. You can even check expats in Korea, or black women in South Korea, white women in South Korea, women in South Korea, expats in South Korea. Like, there's so many groups. Join those type of groups to just also help you with your social life. But also, if there's any sort of information that you need to know, you can ask these groups. There's also Kakao Talk groups that you can also join. There's a whole lot. So you can join these groups just to help you with life, everyday life. Okay, cool. What else I've got here for you guys is make sure you've got your universal adapter. So remember, here in South Korea, they use a 2-pin socket or a 2-pin plug is what they use. I will take a picture and show you guys. So if you don't know what I mean by 2-pin plug and 2-pin socket, I'm going to show you. Then bath towels. You are going to struggle to find a large bath towel. You know, if you're a person who loves the big bath towel, bring that with you, because you're going to struggle to find it here in South Korea. They usually have those small, you know, those hand towels that you usually just dry your hands when you're in the bathroom. But those towels, that's the size that you will find everywhere. But those large, big bath towels, good luck. I brought 2 from home, and it's one of the things that I'm so grateful for that I brought with me. So please do that. For my natural hair girls, or whoever prefers to sleep on a satin pillowcase, bring at least 1 satin pillowcase that you sorted. You don't need to buy, because some of these things are not cheap. Like a bonnet. If you're a person that wears a bonnet at night when you sleep, please bring one from home, because it's expensive here in South Korea, especially if you're going to buy it off Kupang. You're going to get shocked to say, just for this thing, a bonnet. So please bring one from home. For me, I brought 2 white pillowcases and a black satin pillowcase for my hair and skin, obviously, but bring those things with you. It's not going to weigh much. What else do I have for you guys? Oh, and please make sure that you've got all your documents ready, and don't put your documents in your suitcase where it's deep and far away for you to find. Make sure that you've got some sort of file or bag somewhere you can easily put things like your passport, your visa, I don't know, your contract, if you want to print off your contract, your recommendation letters, your certificates, your ID copy. Any important documents that you're bringing with you when you come to South Korea, please put them in some sort of bag or folder that's easy access when you are boarding and traveling. Because if anybody wants to say, have you been vaccinated, or COVID test, or visa, you can easily take these things out. Passport, flight ticket, you can just whip it out right then and there. It's not something that you have to struggle to find. It's just quick access. Next, you guys, we've spoken about death abroad. If you haven't watched my videos on this topic, please, it's so important, go give it a watch. I will link it in the description box, or put it somewhere here. Please make sure that you have sorted out your life insurance before you leave your home country. So should anything happen while you're abroad, your family is taken care of. Please. And get it done while you are at home, because you're going to struggle to do it while you're here. I'm still struggling to sort that out, because the life insurance company that I'm going with require me to do various tests. And it's been a struggle. It is a struggle to find a place that will do the tests that they have required me to do in South Korea. Please. If you don't listen to anything that I've said in this video, please listen to this point of making sure that you've got insurance, life insurance back home. So do that before you leave, please. And then the other thing is, get some sort of insurance for repatriation. So this means that if you were to pass away abroad, your remains, have insurance that will pay to get your remains back home. Now, if you're from South Africa, I struggle to find an insurance company that covers this while you are abroad. But there are international companies that would be able to give you this cover for repatriation. The 2 that I looked into that I'm actually grateful for, I got this off Sbahle, so her YouTube channel, she had recommended these 2. She didn't go into detail, and I'm also not going to go into detail, because obviously you need to contact these companies, tell them what type of cover you want, what is the reasons, the country that you're in, what you are looking for, because obviously it will be different for me and you. And then they will then provide you a quotation and tell you how much it is and how it works. But these 2 companies that I'm also gonna tell you guys about is Athena. Here's the picture here. So it's that one, and Pacific Prime. They do have repatriation cover with the insurance, so at least your body will be able to, you can pay to get them home. Guys, it's important. Sending your remains back home can cost from 300,000, 200,000, 400,000 upwards. So please, please, please do this. It's important. If there's one thing that you take away from this, is this death abroad point. Please get this done. This needs to be checked off your checklist, please. Then the next one I'm going to talk about is register with your country's embassy here in South Korea. So if you come into South Korea, or you're going to China, you're going to Dubai, you're going to Taiwan, wherever it is, obviously your country has an embassy there. So I'm from South Africa, so there's obviously the South African embassy. Go onto their website, the South African embassy in South Korea. Go on there and register with them. It's important because should anything happen to you, they will contact your family and assist them with making arrangements. Or if anything was to happen in this country and you need to evacuate, or they need to get South Africans out, or whichever country you are from, make sure that you register your details with them so they can contact you in states of emergencies. This is also a very important point. The next one I'm going to talk about is, I've actually covered everything. That's everything. So that is my checklist for you guys to just, if you've already packed and you're getting ready to pack, or you're getting ready to leave, these are things that you should have ticked off that you've got. The bed linen is not important. You can leave that out. But if you're a person with the bonnets, just so you can save your coin, because the cost of a bonnet, I was shook for a piece of material. So please bring that from home. But yeah, guys, if you're watching this and you are abroad and I missed something, please note it down below. But I already covered things to do before moving aboard. I did a 2-part video. It's extensive, more extensive than this. I will link the videos down below. Please check those out for other things that you should be thinking about to make sure that you bring with you, especially the things to pack when moving to South Korea. Check that video out. This one is just a quick checklist of things to make sure that you've got those last minute things. When you say passport, check, suitcase, carry on, handbag, this is one of them. Please. Thank you guys so much for watching if you got to this part, and thank you for watching the ads and not skipping the ads. I really do appreciate it. I will see you guys in the next video, wherever you are in the world. I'm wishing you that you have a great week if you're watching this in the week. If you're in the weekend, have a lovely weekend from me to you. Bye.